this is what plays out in gyms like all over the place. And I've had a really horrible experience with a gym where like they had high pressure tactics to lock you in for like 2 or 3 years, and the experience was what I knew it was going to be. It was really crappy, right? Because it's like they lock you in, they don't care, right? Like they put the show on that everything's great, all this stuff's amazing, but once you're locked in, we don't care about you anymore. We don't need to. We already have your money. Whereas in college, I was a member of a gym across the street from my dorm that only did month-to-month memberships. It was the most pristine, beautiful place, always adding new features because they had to continue to win back your business month over month. Now, I think you can do that in a long-term relationship. And I think there's benefits to both parties to locking in a longer-term relationship. But again, the trap is from the provider side, that you take that for granted and say, well, I've already got their money. We don't need to continue to innovate. We don't need to create great support experiences. We just don't need to because we have the money. In fact, they're so locked in that we can just raise the rates and not have to justify it. And that's the risk. And so as a buyer, you need to be really careful of stepping away from that emotional buy and say, I get it. I get the emotions of, being all in. I get the tremendous upside. I need to have trust that I'm going to be a priority for you at the end of this year and the end of next year, just as much as I'm a priority right now. And that's my biggest worry. And you can't take their word for it because, of course, they're going to say, you're going to be our, number one tier customer. You have to find ways to figure that out. Talk to existing customers. Again, talk to their internal teams. See if you can get a bit more informed decision, because I would not just blanket statement say don't go all in with vendor lock-in. I think that there are tremendous upsides to it, and I've seen use cases where it's incredibly valuable. But you have to know what you're getting into. You have to understand and evaluate the risks, and you have to get into that relationship with a vendor that has your interest in mind and really cares about you. And sometimes that's hard to figure out if that's going to be the case or not.